they are definitely more severe, less responsive to treatment, and last much longer than attacks compared to other times of the cycle.
Menstrual migraine is very common and mainly affects women in their 30s and 40s. 50% of females who experience them report these attacks are linked with their periods.
Well, menstrual migraine is attacks of typical migraine without aura, meaning it's migraine with the sick headache that women typically expect to get around the time of their menstrual period. Now, it's not just with the menstrual period. Some of our research has actually shown that women are just as likely to get menstrual migraine a couple of days before the first day of their period starts.
When I look back now, that it was around the menstrual cycle, and it didn't click then, but how it was. And they were worse then, so I used to be getting like 3 or 4 a week with bad headaches, but then they were worse around that time, the months.
Mary Moore is a nurse. She suffered with what she now knows to be menstrual migraine since she was 22.
I knew I was beginning to get a migraine because I always wanted something sweet. I used to always crave things like midget gems or wine gums, things like that. I would carry on, because of working as a nurse, I didn't go off sick. I would just basically battle on taking painkillers, soluble ones, and that would just dull the ache. But then when I got home, it would be really bad. Sometimes I would just go to sleep on the sofa. And I didn't like bright lights particularly, and noise, all noises seemed worse.
But at that time, she didn't know that her migraine attacks were menstrual and couldn't take appropriate medication. Despite her best efforts to get help, Mary says it was difficult to be taken seriously by her doctor.
I have to say it was the locum, it wasn't my own, and wasn't very sympathetic and said, oh no, you'll grow out of it. One of these, I'm afraid, you didn't believe in it. So I, for 2 years, carried on, and then I eventually asked my own and got referral to this clinic, and I haven't looked back since then.
Okay, so what's been happening since we last met?
Since going on, you put me on the pill, it's been marvellous. It has changed things tremendously.
The City of London Migraine Clinic helps thousands of people like Mary through its support and research projects.
One of the big advantages of the research that we've undertaken is because menstrual migraine is now being taken more seriously, it has led to a flurry of much greater research activity. And that's really exciting to see some of the new innovations in acute treatment and in preventative treatment that is now going to be specifically targeted towards menstrual migraine, and that's really, really good.
Knowing what it was in the end was a relief actually, and that there was something that could be done. Because what I take now is when I get knowing I'm going to get one, is I take the Zomig spray and within half an hour it's gone and I'm back to normal. They are brilliant, they are.